Hey everybody, it's Kneecap here. In this video I'm going to be discussing the new PvP Brawls. Get right into it. These PvP Brawls, I really think that they're kind of enjoyable actually. I've only done a couple of them, but I have at least watched a video and kind of seen all of them. And while some of them aren't my favorite, it might not be super interesting, what I like about it is that it's completely um, just a completely different thing to add to the game, just to kind of keep something somewhat relevant. When I did this PvP brawl for this week, it was honestly the most fun thing I've probably done this week so far on WoW. And that includes having a fairly successful first raid night. I mean, when that's the coolest thing you've done all week, it's saying something. It's saying something that you're not doing a lot of cool things, and it's also saying something that it's somewhat neat as well. One thing I'm going to just throw out there, if you haven't done a PvP Brawl yet, I do encourage you to do it, because completing the PvP Brawl, you'll have a question mark that you can turn in a dollar on, and you'll get a ton of artifact power, a crate that's going to give you a piece of 870 gear that can forge up, I'm sure, and then some marks of honor as well. So you do want to at least try it out and do one. I'm guessing you probably have to win. That's probably not for a loss that you get that. So I thought that was a little nice little thing as well. The current PvP brawl is just the mines from Pandaria, and instead of holding and capturing them and trying to hold the flag or whatever Ricky Basin style, and then have the cart as well that factors into it, all you're doing is there's an orb at each normal node, so there's 3 orbs, and you have to capture the orb and then run it back and dunk it into the other team's base. So, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory, pretty easy. One thing I'll notice about my personal experience with PvP Brawls, and it could just be the time of night that I have done them, is that maybe some less talented players are playing them, so I find myself to be quite strong in there. Of course, there's going to be a few super strong people, or you're going to get into a group of people that are playing together, pre-queuing together, so that could be a little bit rough, I'm sure. But overall, basically what I'm trying to say by that is if you aren't super PvP oriented, you might be facing people that are more your skill level in there. So that could be interesting for you as well, because you can also get honor that way. As always, I'm always kind of looking for the scheming for the way to make it into your player progression. Honor is a great source of artifact power, especially as this has gone up more and more with your research notes. It's a pain in the butt to level your honor system up and up and up, but the honor you get from it is quite legit. I always look forward to that. Sometimes I just go through and do the PvP World Quest even for that, just to get that extra honor. So if these brawls are if it's a fun week for brawls, doing a bunch of those, getting your honor up, it's a way to get more chance at artifact power, and of course you get gear that can forge up, and that well, for PvP brawls, I guess you don't get a piece of gear every time, but I think for the first one you do, but not for any other ones. But it's still a great way to get honor in general, and of course random battlegrounds, good way to get honor as well if you're not into RBGs. So by no means am I a professional PvP player. I'm pretty good at it, but I do enjoy it a lot. I'm trying to think if there's any other things to talk about with the brawls. Like I said, some of them are not the best. Some of them you'll think are really stupid. Some of them are more slanted towards certain classes or whatever. But for the most part, I think that they're a nice, refreshing change in the game, and that's always good to me. I like when there's new stuff. I like all these little mini micro holidays, and I like these PvP brawls. So while I don't have a ton to talk about on this, that is my thoughts on it. I like them. I hope that they keep doing more stuff like this and keep making the PvP better, hopefully, because I don't like PvP right now. So hopefully they can do that. That's all, though, and everyone have a good one. Hey, everyone. Thanks for watching. Thumbs up and sub as always. Also comment below. Share the videos. Appreciate it so much. You can also check me out at Twitter at WowGamingInc. And at Twitch with the tag name Kneecap Killa. So everyone have a good one, and see you again soon.